What's up, guys? It's Chase, aka Fishing with Chase. We're gonna be going over the baitcasters, the new baitcasters from 13 Fishing. These are called the Defy Gen 2s, which is basically the newer. It's the newer model. It is the newer model of the older ones. And you guys can see my older videos. I had the Defy. That's all. The Defy 13 fishing rods, and they had the wooden handle, the wooden grips, so like the cork grips, and they were really good light rods. So we're here to talk about how I like mine. I have I only had them now for a couple months now, maybe a year, because I had them before they start getting in stores like your local Dick's and certain stores, right, tackle shops. So I had mine sitting there and I didn't use it through the whole winter because it's not really fishing season, and I was using my older rods because I didn't want to damage any of my new ones. So I want to tell you guys right now, I had zero, like, I don't want to jinx myself, I don't want to put anything to me right now, but I haven't had any problems with them. My buddy stepped on the tip of the rod. I was able to get it fixed. I've been using this as my top water rod, and I had zero problems with this rod. During that, it hasn't broke after that. Not to jinx myself to tell you guys that. Good quality rod. What I like about this rod, this is a 7'1" medium, and this is what I like really about this. It's the grip style of the hands, where your hands are, right? It fits comfortable in your hands. It's a good flipping rod. It's a good all-purpose rod, and it's really comfortable to fish. I could fish 14 hours using these rods, and I don't have problems with them. The eyes are really good. The one thing I dislike about this rod, since I don't have power poles, but I don't need power poles, but is where the hook for your hooks, I forget what it's called, not to be embarrassed, but the hooks right there where you hook, it's like right there. The only thing I wouldn't like I would like it if I had a boat with a rod locker where the hooks weren't up here to interfere with my other rods and etc. But this is a problem for me, which it could be a problem for other people, it could not be, but it was something where I picked my rod up and the treble hook hits in my hands and all that fun stuff. But overall, fits tight with the rod, the reel. Overall, really good. So this is a medium, 7'1" medium, and zero problems with this. Is a 7'1" medium. This is my top water rod for right now. I like to use it as an all-purpose rod, a 7'1" medium all-purpose rod, because I can throw whatever I need during different days and different tournaments and so on. Alright, so after that, let's go over this rod. So this looks just like the same rod, different thing behind it. This is longer grip style handle. It's a crankbait rod, so a motto filament, whatever it is, but it's a crankbait rod, longer grip style, but like you got the shorter hand, but it's comfortable. And this is why I like it, because you can use it as different things, basically. Like this, I don't use this just as a crankbait rod. I will use this as a swim jig rod, sometimes top water with spooks, buzz baits, I use it with like mag drafts, like the swim jigs. I even flip with this rod sometimes. And this is 7'4". Yeah, I thought it was 7'3" for a second. It's 7'4". Really good, comfortable rod. I have zero problems with this rod, and I love it. And if I had an opportunity to get all crankbait rods, I would, but this works out, you know, crankbait rod. So this is Defy Gen 2 crankbait rod, but it's aka just Defy black. They're called Defy blacks. But if you look up these rods, you're going to want to look up 13 Fishing Defy black rods, but it'll also come up too, I believe. So let me pull myself over here, put this out of the way. We got another one, same old thing, 7'1" medium. This thing, dude, same rod. I literally just went over this, and I use this for lipless, I use this for jerk baits, I use this for crankbaits, I use it for all kinds of stuff, and this really plays off in the game. So this is another good rod. This is a short rod. This is a 7'1". I'm at 6'7". 6'7". Medium heavy, actually. I thought this was a medium. I was actually wrong. So I got this rod 6'7", medium heavy. This is a good rod where you're behind your buddy's boat. He has an 8-foot John boat. You're fishing on a kayak. You're fishing on a 12-foot John boat and you have no room. This is a good boat. This is a good rod that this will play against in a good role of your fishing career, because this is a short rod. You can get into like this one spot. You can get like flip it. You can flip. You can cast it over. Like you can cast it so many spots because this is such a small rod. You can get in the tiny cracks without hitting your friend, without hitting your rods on top of your kayaks, without having any problems, because this is such a good short rod. Medium heavy, all-purpose rod again. Like you can throw spinnerbait, you can throw top water, because it's such a short rod. You wanted that extra heaviness because you don't want to fight a fish on a light setup, right? So this plays as a good role, even as a crankbait rod. It's a good role. So, and I have a spook on, good top water rod too. So that's alright. So last, for the bait casters, we have my spinnerbait rod. I have a dial on this, but it's a 7'1" medium heavy. It's a medium heavy because it's good when you fish a spinnerbait in the stumps areas, through that thick trees, through sometimes thick grass. If the grass isn't like lily pads wise, and it's a good rod to get through in those spots. But it falls down with this rod, a medium heavy, a 7'1". It's an all-purpose rod again. You can throw a top water, you can do all that. You can do all kinds of stuff with this rod, which is really good about 7'1" medium heavy. Well, a lot of people have different things about rods, and it's all against how you feel about them. It's all against how you like them, and it's all about you and the spot with your rods, you know, with the spot about the rods. And a lot of people ask, like, why they're all the same rods, but what's different is it tells you right here, and people don't go over it, but 7'1", good all-purpose rod, medium, you got medium heavy, you got medium, I think medium light, you got extra heavy. You got so many that you can go explore, and you can try new things. These are the rods I like and I use right now. And then which we got the old 13. They stopped making this one, but we're gonna go over it still. This rod's been through so much. It helped me and my cousin Vinny, shout out to him, get home safely because we were stuck in mud. This thing pushed through the mud like a beast. This is a 7 foot medium heavy. Believe it's extra fast too. So good swim bait rod too. This cast is an 8. Look at this, an 8-inch lizard shad, dude, like a beast. This thing casts like a beast, bro. So I don't even need to go out there and buy an $80, $100, $120 swim bait rod when I got one right here at 13 Fishing, Origin SE. This rod, dude, they stopped making this rod, but this is a beast rod, all-time beast rod. And I only threw this rod when I wanted to fish really heavy cover, like flipping wise, and really heavy grass. But this rod has been through so much, and look at it, it's in good shape. If you were here right now and you looked at how beat up this is with scratches and the paint chipped off and all this and the grip worn down, that like you'd be like, holy crap, dude, this has been through everything. This has been like around the world, honestly. So that's all with my bait casters. And remember, that's not a they do make Defy blacks that are extra heavy and all that stuff. I don't have those. This is the only ones I have. We're gonna go over spinning ones right now. So we're gonna go over this 7 foot 1 medium heavy. Good rod because this is light. This good finesse rod when you're fishing finesse. You got the long grip style handle. It's really comfortable. It really falls in play. You can cast, you can skip. It really a big game changer with these long style grips, because some of them make them here, some make them here, some make them, it's so different. But one thing I liked about this, and this is why I got 13 Fishing, the Defy blacks again, because I love the Defy blacks. They're one of the game changers for me, and I really liked them because of this these grips they had, right? But this year they decided to make it longer here, and this is so comfortable for fishing longer. You're out there fishing for smallmouth, you're out there fishing for finesse drop shots. You want the comfortable rod out there, and here you go. But this is 7 foot 1 medium heavy, and this is fast. So this is a really good finesse rod, short rod, and then you know you gotta spice it up with the 13 Fishing Creed on here, the Creed K on here. Really good rod. So that we have another one, another finesse rod, same thing. But this is a medium. This is a medium 7 foot 1 spinning rod, and same thing, same style grip, same style of here. You gotta spice up with the Creed on it, 13 Fishing, and it's another light rod. The medium is one of the lightest rods I have right now with the spinning, and it's a really good finesse rod again. And dude, it's just, these are the new game changers for 13 Fishing. They made so much stuff out there, like they have so much rods, and dude, they're light, they're good. I flip 4 or 5 pounders on these rods, and people think I'm crazy. I got friends that, oh, you're gonna flip that, dude, and I flip it, and they don't do like nothing, dude. They're strong, dude. They got that bend, they got that flex, but they're strong. They hold up, and that's what matters on catching these fish, because it really falls in play. So this is on my get my rod. This is my all-time finesse rod, dude. Favorite rod, because this Daiwa reel is light. So I believe it's 7 foot 1 medium heavy. Yep, this 7 foot 1 medium heavy. This is a fast, just like the other ones. Really light setup right here with this Daiwa on it. You got the same grip style like I just went over. you got like, it's like the carbon fiber look on these rods. The Defy Blacks, the new Gen 2s, like the Gen 2s for the Defy Blacks, they have that carbon fiber look, and it doesn't really play into it with it looks cool with the designs, but it's like you got carbon fiber here type look. But you gotta understand, dude, these new game changer, dude. New game changer. Another reason why I like this as a finesse rod is your drop shot setups, dude. You got your weights. You can put your weights right here. No problem. No problem. The only thing that's gonna be your problem is storing your rods in trucks and your back of your cars because the line. But you gotta understand, dude, this is a good idea for drop shots. So when 13 Fishing made these rods, they made it to where you could use it and have a good time with it. So I'm gonna go over this since this is one of the Fate rods I have. This is a V3 Fate. This is a medium, but 7'3". This is supposed to be my drop shot setup, my new finesse setup, but I didn't like it. Like, it didn't fall in place to where I liked it as finesse because of how big, I guess, 7'3". I wasn't used to it. But overall with this rod, I love it for flipping like small little creature beats like this, and you got the butt of the rod and all this is comfortable. Whole grip style is comfortable. I got zero issues with this. A good top water rod, like throwing poppers too. Little spinner baits, little finesse bugs. Like, this is a game changer too. This is not a Defy, but it's a 13 Fishing Fate V3. A little bit more expensive. This goes around $100, $110, around there. You can probably get them at your local tackle shop, your local Dick's Sporting Goods. But man, dude, game changer again. The white is cool, I like the white, but when you use braid, it tends to stain your rod. So I got green at the top of this rod right now. But yeah, and then we had to add the old Creed right on here, the 2000. I think it's 2000. This reel has been so much with me, dude. It's been all around. This rod has been lost in like a lake. Not rod, the reel. It's been in lakes, has been left in storms, has been like fished in the bay, not bay, but it has been so much damage. If you look at this rod, there's bruises all over this, bruises, stepped on, sand in it, and I cleaned it out, and I only cleaned it at least 2 times in the whole time I had this, and zero problems. Still casts fine, still works fine. That's why I like the 13 Fishing spinning reels, because they never tend to fall on me, but sometimes their bait casters do, but the reels tends to. But overall, really good rods and reels. So I recommend them, but a lot of people don't like them because they got issues like breaking, the tips breaking, this and that. I can go with you and say this. I broke 2 in a week. I broke 2 down probably 3 inches from the tip. I think because they were bad blanks, or it was because I was storing them in back of trucks, inside cars, trucks, getting passed out, going in my bedroom, going in my closet, going this and that and this and that, in my boat and this and that, and stepped on and beat up, and there's this big spider on my rod right now. But I think that's why. So, but I never had problems with the Defys, but those are really good rods, and that's the only issues I ever had. And I still had the old last year's rods and the year before that. So I'm excited to use these rods for this year, and I'm probably gonna use them next year because these hopefully they won't be as beat up as last year's rods were. In 1 year, you can see what happened. But hopefully, man, this works out for me. Hopefully this new boat works out for me. So leave in the comments down below too, because this is going to be uploaded on my channel. If you guys want a boat tour, I can bring my dad out here and we can talk about it. I can even bring the boat builder himself, Dave Haas, maybe if he's not busy, to go over this boat, because it's an awesome boat. But man, guys, thanks for watching. I gotta clean my deck off and about these rods, dude. And man, these rods are good rods. So and I let, like, my buddy, he's getting them soon, hopefully, I think, back order and whatever. But he went out with me, he tried my rods, and he was like, man, these things are light, these things are good. And he watched me flip like a 4-pounder on it. So he told me, he said, like, those things don't break, those things are really strong. They're really good rods, and I highly recommend them. So if you ever 13 Fishing asks you or something, tell him I told you about them. Really appreciate it. And thanks, and I'll see you on the next Fishing with Chase video. And I'll be out fishing, so I'll see you guys. Thanks for watching.